Today, we're going to pull apart a piece of advice that is so common, so automatic, that we barely even notice it anymore. We're talking about the stay busy trap, and we're going to explore how all that constant motion might actually be the very thing keeping us stuck.
I mean, you've heard this a million times, right? A friend is going through a breakup, a tough time at work, and what's the first thing we say? Hey, you just got to keep busy. Don't be alone with your thoughts. It's the standard advice, and it sounds so productive.
But what if it's not? What if that really well-meaning advice is actually a trap in disguise? That's the big question we're digging into today. Is keeping busy the path to actually feeling better, or is it just a really sophisticated way to hide from ourselves? Okay, so first up, let's break down what this playbook actually looks like in real life. It's a set of go-to moves we all kind of instinctively reach for when things get tough.
You know the drill. Find a new hobby, something all-consuming. Hit the gym like your life depends on it. Or the big one, just completely bury yourself in work. The message underneath all of this is pretty clear. An empty calendar is a dangerous thing, and a packed schedule is the best medicine for a troubled mind.
But this brings us to a really important question. Are all these activities actually healing the wound, or are they just numbing the pain? This gets us to our first big idea, the painkiller illusion.
Think about it like this, right? If you break your arm, a painkiller is great. It helps, but it doesn't actually set the bone. It just stops your brain from getting the pain signal for a little while. And that is exactly what distraction does. It feels like you're making progress because the pain is gone, but the actual problem, it's still there, completely untouched. And this really lays it out. On one side, you have actual healing. That's about going to the source of the pain and dealing with it. It's a real, lasting solution. But on the other side, you've got distraction. It's just a temporary escape. It's masking the feeling, not fixing the cause. And the problem is you always need another escape, and then another one.
Now, the reason distraction can never really work in the long run is because of what the source material calls the brain in the bag problem, which is just a brilliant way to put it. You can go anywhere, the gym, a party, you can fly halfway across the world, but you always have to bring your brain with you. The problem isn't out there in the world, it's inside you.
So here's the bottom line. You can't outrun your own mind. It's impossible. All those thoughts and feelings you're trying to escape, they're not gone. They're just waiting patiently for the first quiet moment. The second the music stops or you're alone in the car, boom, they rush right back in.
Okay, so this brings us to the absolute core idea of this whole explainer. It's this powerful metaphor that perfectly explains why we get caught in this cycle of frantic busyness. It's called the satellite trap.
So, picture a satellite whipping around the Earth. The only thing that keeps it from getting pulled in by gravity and crashing is its unbelievable speed, its velocity. For so many of us, our nonstop busyness is that velocity. And what's the gravity we are so terrified of? It's our own thoughts, our own feelings, our own inner world.
And this reframes everything. It suggests that our constant motion isn't always about ambition or drive. For a lot of people, it's a response based entirely on fear. We aren't moving towards something we want. We're just moving fast enough to avoid falling into something we don't want to face.
And this creates this totally predictable, exhausting cycle. First, you feel that pull, right? That gravity of your own thoughts. So what do? You speed up. More work, more social plans, more noise. This burns a ton of fuel, a ton of your personal energy, and it goes on until you finally earn complete exhaustion, because that's the only state where your mind is quiet enough to actually fall asleep.
And just look at how inefficient this is. You're pouring, say, 95% of your energy into just keeping up your speed, just staying in orbit. And maybe only 5%, if that, is actually going towards real progress, towards finding any kind of lasting peace. It's the definition of working hard, not smart.
Now, this kind of desperation has some really serious consequences. Because when your only goal is to run from the silence, you stop being picky. You stop making good choices. You're not looking for something healthy or productive anymore. You're just looking for something, anything, that's loud enough to drown everything else out.
And this is where things can get really destructive. This is the any loud noise will do phase. People jump into chaotic rebound relationships not because they like the person, but because the drama is loud. Or they might turn to substance abuse. They'll basically grab onto any catastrophic distraction they can find, trading that quiet internal pain for a much bigger, louder external problem.
So, if staying in orbit is a trap, what's the alternative? How do you get out?
Well, this final section is all about a huge shift in how we see the problem. It's about learning how to land.
And it all starts with this one simple but totally game-changing idea. The whole time, we've been treating the gravity of our own thoughts like it's the bad guy, like it's something to escape at all costs. But what if it's not? What if gravity is just a natural force we need to learn to work with instead of run from?
See, the real way out isn't to find more fuel to go even faster. The real solution is to stop fighting. It's to slow down, to allow for a controlled landing. It's about letting the satellite finally come home. And this is what landing actually looks like. It means first, just letting go of this idea that you're obligated to be busy all the time. It means learning, maybe slowly and a little uncomfortably at first, to just sit with your thoughts until they don't feel so scary. It's about making a conscious choice for peace, instead of the cheap thrill of another distraction. And ultimately, it's about building a life that feels so good, so authentic, that you don't feel the need to escape from it anymore.
So the final question to leave you with is this one, and it's for you to think about. Take an honest look at your own life, your own busyness. Is all that movement, all that velocity, fueled by a real passion? Is it moving you to a goal you actually want? Or is it fueled by fear? Is it just a desperate high-speed attempt to outrun the silence?